Hi there, this is Pratmesh, and in this session we'll discuss how the internet works. Before we learn more about internet, let's try to understand how postal services work. In this example, our friend Mary is located in Texas. She wants to send a package to her friend Jim who lives in New York. What does Mary do? Mary packs a package, adds her name and address, and also adds Jim's name and address and heads to the post office. The team at the local post office accepts this package and selects appropriate channel such as ground, air, and sends the package to Jim's post office. Once the package is received by Jim's post office, it's delivered to Jim's house. Now, if you understand how postal services work, let's try to understand how the internet works. Replace the post offices with data centers that are managed by internet service providers. Instead of a package, Mary will now send a digital message. Let's say Mary is using a web app on her laptop to send a message to Jim. Mary types "Hi Jim" using her keyboard. Her laptop takes this text as an input and converts this into a binary information. This information is further converted by her laptop into a radio frequency signal, which connects her laptop to her Wi-Fi router. Her laptop also adds her IP address of her laptop to this digital packet and forwards this packet to the Wi-Fi router. The Wi-Fi router further converts the signal into a photon, which is nothing but light packets, and transmits the signal over fiber cable to the corresponding data center. These data centers are equipped with different routers. They use Jim's IP address listed in Mary's packet and route the signals towards Jim's internet service provider over fiber cables. Thus, the message is delivered to Jim. If you understand this concept, now let's see how the internet works at a national scale. The internet at a national scale is a network of networks. Each network is managed by an independent ISP. Each ISP owns numerous data centers and fiber cables that are connected to these data centers. In this picture, you will see the logical internet map for the US. Here, we have numerous ISPs such as Verizon, AT&T, Comcast, Xfinity, etc. Each of these ISPs own multiple data centers and they are connected to each other over fiber cables. The orange lines that you see in this picture are essentially the fiber cables that connect these data centers. Thus, they help us send packets from one city to another. Now let's take a look at the logical internet map of the world. This is a trimmed down version of the internet map of the world. Here, you will see the same concept holds true. Starting from the left, you will see the data centers in the US are connected to the data centers in Europe and Canada through submarine cables. Similarly, the data centers in the EU are connected to the data centers in Asia via an array of submarine fiber optic cables. Thus, we are able to exchange messages over the internet with our friends in different countries. Now, if you understand this, let's see what goes in each of these data centers that are located on this particular slide. Each of those data centers that you saw on the previous slide include a rack of servers and network equipment. Each rack can hold anywhere between 15 to 20 devices. Servers are primarily used to host web applications. This is where all your profile data, social media pictures, posts, etc. are stored. Routers, on the other hand, are used to transmit this data from one data center to another and to end users. Firewalls, on the other hand, are the cops of the internet world. They comb the data and ensure only authorized individuals are able to access your data. If you understand this, now let's take a look at the real map of the internet. The map that you see on the left of this slide is essentially the real map of the internet. The circles on this map represent data centers owned by different internet service providers. The colored lines on this map represent the fiber optic cable that connect these data centers. The next time you send your message to your friend in Europe from the US, remember, you are actually sending an array of photons over fiber optic cable located on the floor of North Atlantic Ocean. Now, let's summarize what we have learned so far. We learned internet is essentially a network of networks. Each of these networks is owned by an internet service providers. There are numerous internet service providers around the world, such as Comcast, AT&T, Vodafone, and NTT. Each network consists of numerous data centers. These data centers are connected to each other by fiber cables. Each data center consists of numerous racks of web servers, database servers, routers, and firewalls. These devices communicate with each other using internet routing protocols. That's it for this session. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next session. Stay tuned.